And welcome to the Nothing Show, the show about absolutely nothing. I'm going to skip the intro. Intro's a waste of time. Um, One of the things I've learned is time is a valuable, limited commodity, and I'm not going to waste your time with a big intro. So we're just going to get right into it. Uh, in the last episode, we were talking about revamping the show and taking a new approach, and we're still doing that, absolutely. But I wanted to get out and make some content. Again, it's therapeutic for me, even if I'm talking about nonsense. It helps me. But some of the things I was thinking about are the core values of my show, and which will always be honesty, integrity, truthfulness, sincerity. So those are the things I want to move forward with, of course. When I started this, I wanted to make a crypto show because I find crypto entertaining. It was the niche too that I thought I was looking for. I thought there was a room in the space for someone that had those core values that we just discussed about being truthful and honest. There's very little of it out there, and I thought it would be refreshing to have a new eye, a new approach to the crypto space. But really, my core audience is my Facebook friends, and I don't think they really give a shit about crypto, and that's fine. And so I'm like stuck in this juxtaposition where I want to make a crypto show, and I want to entertain my friends that actually are my subscribers, right? And the people that are actually supporting me. And I have to say this too, that like I got such an outpouring of support after my first show got banned. I got more buzz from that than I ever got from making daily content. So I got a good kick out of that. Whatever it takes. It seems like it was the right move now, though. I've got a few people that really came out and said some really flattering things and said that what I was doing was important and the issues are important. And that's what's really important to me. I don't have shots at the big influencers in the crypto space. It's easy, right? It's like shooting fish in a barrel. I mean, anyone can do it. It doesn't take much thoughtfulness or creativity to do that. So I don't need to do that. I don't need to lean on someone else's show to have my own show. I'm creative enough on my own, and I have so many great ideas that I don't even need that. When you're trying to make daily content and learn something, you got to make content so you can have something to learn from. So I was just, going through things. I did it, I took the easy road just to have something to practice speaking, to practice ranting, to practice editing, to have some content to work with. Because if you don't have content, you don't have anything to edit. So the quality of my content at times did suffer, but again, these are some of the things we're going to address and change about the moving forward. So, with that being said, yeah, I think I'm gonna pursue still doing some crypto. I find crypto fascinating. I love the technology. I love the projects. Not just a Lambo guy, a Jacuzzi Moon guy. Um, I think there's some real opportunity. I think it's the future. I think in 50 years there will be no such thing as paper money. So, yeah, we're probably way ahead of our time here. Even it'll take 20 years probably before you really start seeing mass adoption of these programs and projects we're talking about today and have been talking about. So, yeah, I know it's not here yet, but it's coming. So it's good to know. And so, yeah, I'm going to continue to do that from time to time. I'm going to try and bring in some more variety of content, talk about the real issues. And again, like I was alluding to in my last episode, I think we were on to something. We were talking about things like the CCP, human trafficking, women's equality. Did I miss anything? Distracted driving, which will continue to be a message I'm going to continue to push. So yeah, those are some real important topics to me, and those are things that again I'm going to continue to pursue. I'm always going to want to expose lies, scams. We got to be careful about how we do that. Apparently, and again, I'm not going to mention names and say call people out. It's not what I want my show to be about. It's lowbrow. It's Jerry Springer. Anyone can do it. I know you can get followers and subs that way, just make a Jerry Springer show. But that's not who I am. That's not what I want to do. I want to do things that actually matter, things that are bigger than a gossip, another, YouTube gossip channel. So that's where my head's at today. I have a concept for the show, a mental health segment. I had a little clever name. Now I can't remember it very well. Checking the condition of my condition or something like that. It's from an old country song. But so I just wanted to check in with you guys about my mental condition. That was one of the things that I really picked up from people that were chatting with me, that they really like the mental health chats that we've had. I think a lot of people out there in general kind of feel disconnected, even in this world of technology. It's just, when I look at Facebook sometimes, it's just so dead. It's like no one wants to participate, no one wants to comment. It's just like a bunch of commercials and meme posts. And yet, we have all these friends. I have hundreds of friends on Facebook. I know my friends have thousands of friends on Facebook, and no one actually talks to anyone. Until recently, though, I've got a big uptick when I, putting out my original channel and then having it booted seemed to get more people talking than anything. So until very recently, and I don't participate either. I'm part of the problem. I feel like every comment I've ever put on Facebook I've regretted until recently. Again, things have changed a lot. A lot of things have changed in the last 2 weeks. So yeah, a lot of people I think feel disconnected and alone. And I think, again, this could be a place where you can come and feel connected to something and have a good time and relax a little bit and know that there's other people out there that don't have it all figured out and don't always have it all together, because that certainly is me at a T. But, we can just continue to try and move forward. And again, this show is about personal development, personal growth. So I'm trying to make some now. And let me just tell you a little story since we're on the topic. I want to turn this thing back around into a little mental health checkup. Because when my show was canceled in the morning, and then I got some more bad news, and it's been some bad news a lot lately, my knee-jerk reaction was to go out to the bar and tie one on. And I didn't. Thought about it, and then I thought it wasn't going to fix anything, and I was going to feel like hell the next morning, and it'd be expensive, and so I just didn't do it. And that's a step in the right direction for me. I mean, I haven't overdrank in a long, long time. It's actually not a problem for me to make that decision, but maybe 10 years ago, that wouldn't have been the case. Maybe that would have turned into a weekend of, binging at the bars or something, an excuse. But that's not me today, and that's not who I want to be, and I didn't do that. And again, a nice little victory, a little emotional victory for me. Excuse me. So anyways, moving on. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, things get rough. Things are challenging. The best thing you can do is just meet it head on and go through it. Because when you get on the other side of it, you'll just feel better. And skirting around problems or putting them under the rug or keeping them for later, they just fester and just gets worse. And the whole worrying in your mind about what you're going to do is more torturous than usually what actually is going on. And again, I'm reading this book, and the author, and this is something I believe in too. This is one of the things in the book I really like, is it says that, you got to at some point take action, even if you don't know what you're doing, get on the road. You might not know where you're going, but you're never going to get there until you actually get on the road. got to stop overthinking things too. You know, like, oh, they call it analysis paralysis, where you just overthink everything. You're just stuck in think mode, and you never get to action mode. So again, that's one of the things I'm doing now. I'm just taking some action, making some content. I know we're kind of, again, all over the place. I don't care. Again, I don't know the final destination, but I wanted to get out on the road and get the journey going. We'll figure it out as we go. That's what I've always done. That's what we'll continue to do. And so the author had made this point in his book. And one of the other points, that I just read this, and it kind of struck me, and I want to get some input. Maybe I can get you guys to feedback on this a little bit. But what he said was, most successful people are people of faith. Even if they don't believe in a God, they believe in some kind of spiritual connection. And then he said the ones that aren't are agnostic. So I'm going to give you, most people in the world are people of faith. We've talked about that, even if you're not into the big three monotheisms. It's a hard word to say. I thought I could say that. Most other people, if you're not into that, are into other spiritualities, have a connection. So that being said, yeah, most successful people, therefore, will be spiritual people. But the ones that aren't are agnostic. Who's agnostic? I don't know anybody that's agnostic. I know a lot of people on one side of the fence or the other. I mean, there's certain things you can be agnostic about, right? Like the long-term effects of an inoculation. You know, the inoculation may be new, so maybe we don't have all the research in. So yeah, I'm agnostic. I don't have all the facts and figures in, so I don't have an opinion on it. That's what agnostic is. But when it comes to the question of religion and faith, the jury's never going to be in on it, right? You got to make a decision. You can't sit on the fence. That's mamsy-pamsy. You know, either you believe or you don't. You know, we're never going to know until we're dead, and then it's too late to make a decision. So make up your mind. You know, agnostic bothers me. It's like, pick a side. Who cares? You know, again, if it's not a knock on religion, it's not a knock on your faith at all. I just found it a little off-putting to make that assumption that, I don't know. I guess it's just the word agnostic is like a hot button for me. Give me a break. Who's agnostic? Anyway, so moving on. Where are we out of time? 13 minutes. Again, time is valuable. I know I get about 4.5 minutes of watch time, so I'm already triple that. We haven't even talked about anything really. But I wanted to make a little content, let everyone know I'm still here. I'm still trying to figure it out. We'll get it together here and try and do something a little more entertaining coming up. But I wanted to just check in and again and make a video. So till we speak and chat again, thank you to all the supporters, Facebook people. You guys are the greatest. Peace.